Right, so we're doing checkpoint now. If you've just arrived here and you're brand new, sit back, take part in this if you will, if you want to. We're going to listen to brand new songs released over the last week for the first time for me and for a lot of the people in the community, and we're going to see what those songs are about. First song, let me put my headphones on. This is Babymetal featuring Poppy. This is From Me to You. Let's go. 8 out of 10 already? 8 out of 10, says Hannah for this song. This is good, man. I'm loving it. 9 out of 10, says Iona Lady Garden. It's not K-pop metal, it's kawaii metal, it's called. 8 says Beardy. 7 says Captain Krugly. 8 says Bryce. 8 out of 10 says Luke from Scotland. Terminator Kill from Germany says 9 out of 10. Stephanos from Greece says 8 out of 10. 8.5 out of 10 says Sassy from Canada. Dawn says 9 out of 10. Babymetal plus Poppy. Ooh, that touched me. I feel touched in a very sensual, musically speaking way. I like that. That tickled me. I like it. I like it a lot. I'm gonna be listening to this. Okay, that was Babymetal featuring Poppy. The song From Me to You. I give it an 8.5 out of 10. Straight into my playlist says Iona Lady Garden, Emperor's Wrath, 8 out of 10. Nameless from Finland says 7 out of 10. I'll count that as an 8.5 out of 10 by Mr. Jackson. Dawn says I might start up Japanese lessons again. Nice. I tried. Duolingo, I tried. I need to carry on doing that myself. Ballas from Hungary says 8 out of 10 for the new single by Babymetal featuring Poppy. Goes hard. Terminator Kill. Sentient says whoever directed the video is 99% playing Final Fantasy 14. I don't know. Okay. Look at Orph's little cheeky grin. Was I grinning throughout the song? So great start for Checkpoint today. Yeah, let's move on. We got more songs to listen to. I know you're all excited. I'm excited as well, particularly for some of them. So the next band has been around for many decades. They kick ass and they're still kicking ass. And they'll still stir up a huge mosh pit. Okay, so the next band has the word machine in the band's name. Anyone want to take a wild guess? Like, that's so difficult to guess. It's a new single by. Who here doesn't know that Machine Head has a new single out called Bone Scraper? Has anyone heard this single yet? Who here? Bryce has heard it. Okay. Interested, says Hannah. System Against the Machine. Cool, didn't know that, says Luke. Good. Okay, so let's go and listen to Machine Head Bone Scraper.
Oh, this house of gold is crumbling.
Love is just a loading gun. Love is just a loading gun. Angels and devils fly. This house of gold is crumbling.
This is a bit of an odd song for Machine Head, isn't it? Hannah's giving it a 10 out of 10.
You and me yearning with the taste of sadness.
It's very heavy. It's got stomp. Nice. 8 out of 10 says Sentient. Ooh. 8 says Bryce. 8 says Nameless. 6 says Captain Krugly was thrown off by, not sure, the change. Good night, good enough, minor point. 9 says Stephanos. 8.5 says Luke from Scotland. Beardy's giving it an 8. Good. That was great. I mean, 8.5 out of 10 as well from me. Or rather, no, 8. I was thinking 8. Not 8.5 was the previous song. So I'm giving Bone Scraper, the new single by Machine Head, an 8 out of 10. It's a bit different than what I'm used to by Machine Head. I mean, they've gone very many different ways in the past. This, though, I don't think I've heard anything quite like this by Machine Head. It's definitely, as far as Machine Head goes, it's definitely... a fresh breeze. It's still Machine Head. It's got stomp. It's a heavy pounding song. It's got a good, steady, heavy rhythm. I like it. The chorus is great. But then again, like I said, I'm not used to Machine Head going kind of like this way. Speechless says Iona Lady Garden. It was a typo, right? Okay. 7.5 out of 10 says Dawn from the UK. I'm digging it big time, says Iona Lady Garden. Great uptick. Yeah, it's nice, dude. It's nice. It's nice. It's definitely a nice song. It's definitely, Beardy, it's definitely a song that, you'll definitely come back to it. Like, for sure, tomorrow when I wake up and I start listening to music while I'm chilling and drinking my coffee, whatever, for sure I'm going to be playing it again and again just to, like, feel it up more. You know what I mean? It sounds great. It's definitely an 8 out of 10. More of a mainstream, catchy. Yeah, but, Machine Head have always done this. Machine Head have always incorporated little tiny bits, tiny, in a magnificent way, little tiny bits of other things that might be more mainstream into their music. And they did that, like, in the 90s as well. They've always done this. They've always picked a little bit, obviously, from what they listen to as metalheads, right? Because you get influence as a musician from whatever's happening if you're listening to music, obviously, even by a tiny bit. But they have this elegant way of incorporating those different elements always into what Machine Head are as an identity, which I always loved. I'm not the kind of person who goes like, oh, first album, then they sucked. Or I've heard many things about Machine Head in my life. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? Magnificent discography. So we've listened to new songs by Babymetal featuring Poppy and Machine Head. Next artist. Some of you may know the next artist. Very creative, very innovative, very unique. French. Okay, I'm talking about Igor. Okay, Igor is a one-of-a-kind metal artist. One of a kind. Very diverse, but amazing in incorporating different instruments and styles into metal. Like, amazing. Yes. So let's listen to... So the title of this single is called ADHD. And if you know anything about Igor, you know that Igor goes crazy in the songs. Like, is really good as a musician. So ADHD only really, like, makes me think that we're going to hear a very wacky song. Okay? All right. Never mind. Here we go. This is ADHD by Igor. This is gonna build into some crazy tune, I'm pretty sure. It's artists like Igor who push the boundaries in metal a lot. He combines electronic music with real instruments a lot. I'm pretty sure it's gonna take some weird turn at some point in the song, because it's impossible for this guy to sit still. What did I say? What did I tell you? What did I tell you? Am I right or am I right? Listen, this guy is crazy. His music is crazy and I love him. Listen. Remember, the song is called ADHD, okay? All of his songs are weird as fuck, but interesting. Igor is not a linear artist. Yeah, man. From a musical standpoint, everything combined, that's Igor. He manages to combine everything. You just gotta be patient with Igor. If you just want linear, like, simple-minded songs, Igor is not for you. Hannah says 9 out of 10. 10 out of 10 says Kilamik from Serbia. We are popular again. Popular live stream. Hey, it says Josh. Igor is all about triggering sensors. Man, I love Igor, man. He confuses the shit out of my brain in such a pleasant way. Such a pleasant way. Like, I know that this song, for example, for someone who doesn't know Igor when it began, someone who's like a hardcore old school metalhead would be like, what the fuck are we listening to? I'm pretty sure. But Igor is one of those artists who push the boundaries in music, and I appreciate it like, like gold. Castlevania. Yeah, it did have a bit of Castlevania vibes. 3 out of 10 says Mr. Burbul. Kila Mix is so dope. Iona Lady Garden says, anyone remember Aphex Twin? Of course, Aphex Twin. Nameless says flat beat style kind of way, but whole lot of faster though. Indian parts 5 out of 10. Bryce is 8 out of 10 for the new single by Igor. Luke says, haha, it's like Animal from the Muppets on drums. Kind of, yeah. Ballas is 7 out of 10 for the new single by Igor called ADHD. I bet an affix, get an affix twin vibe, says Iona Lady Garden. It's amazing how he mixes everything. Yeah, I highly recommend, if you're a bit open-minded and open to like experimental sort of like artists within like the broader like spectrum of metal, Igor, definitely look into Igor's discography. Stefanos gave Igor's new single an 8 out of 10. Instrumental metal, says Josh. Right. Me, did I rate it? So let me just see. Going backwards, I gave Babymetal an 8.5 out of 10 with Poppy. I gave Machine Head an 8 out of 10. And I'm giving Igor a 7.5 out of 10. 7.5. Because I've heard like way more complicated and way more groovy songs of his. But this was still great. So next, the first checkpoint to happen on a Saturday. Okay. Oh my goodness. So the next band that we're gonna listen to, the band hails from Sweden. Most metalheads, I would guess, should probably know this band. This band has been around for ages, and they are from Sweden. And also, all I will say, no, it's not ABBA. No, it's not ABBA. Where's Fitia? I don't know. That's a good question. Fitia, she was here yesterday, to be honest. Fitia from Sweden. So, want to guess which band I'm talking about? If I say Sweden and doom metal, which band are we talking about? No, yeah, Ace of Base, exactly. The masters of doom metal, Ace of Base. Europe, we found it. It's Europe. We're gonna go and check out Europe. No, we're not. Candlemass, yes, Hannah, sweetie. There we go. Let me pin it. Candlemass, new single by Candlemass. So, has anyone heard the brand new single by Swedish doom metalers Candlemass called Black Star? Hannah says, yeah, I heard it. 9 out of 10. Okay, hold your horses, Hannah, with the ratings. Captain says, I have. Okay, two of you have listened to it. Nameless says, nope. Luke says, oh yeah, I knew they released something. Not heard it. Okay, good. I've not heard it either. So without any further delay, this is Black Star by Candlemass.
I've got a reason to live. Your fatal beauty. Black star, black star, black star, black star.
Captain Krugle says 9 out of 10, classic Candlemass doom vibes. Joel's giving it a 9 out of 10 as well. So we have Kilamik from Serbia giving it an 8, Bryce from New Zealand giving it a 7, Sassy from Canada giving it a 9, Iona Lady Garden from Scotland giving it a 9.5, Mr. Burbull from California in the United States is giving it a 7 out of 10. Bearded Axe from North Carolina is giving it an 8. Ballas from Hungary is giving it a 9. Stephanus from Greece is giving it a 7.5. Dawn from the UK is giving it a 7. Sentience from Greece is 7. I miss Messiah. Nameless from Finland is 7 out of 10. The first 10 seconds were Nickelback vibes. Oh no. 7.5 out of 10 says Luke from Scotland. Very theatrical sounding to me. Oh, Candlemass have always been theatrical when it comes to the vocals. It's Johan Lankist. 7 out of 10 says Donald from Suriname.
Is it over?
Thank you, Don. Thank you, sweetie, for the extra 50 popular votes. Thank you for the gifts. Right, so we just listened to a brand new single by Swedish doom metal masters Candlemass. And the song Black Star, in my humble opinion, it's a 7 out of 10 as well. Some of you said 7. I agree with you. It's got the standard Candlemass atmosphere, theatrical vocals, heavy doom riffing that you kind of know Candlemass for. Thank you, Donald, for the popular vote, and Nameless for the tofu cat. Anyway, so we're doing Checkpoint right now. We've listened to 4 songs so far. Checkpoint is where we gather, I gather the new songs that I've not heard, new songs that have just been released over the last week or so. And I save myself from listening. I don't listen to them until Checkpoint, because I love doing this here with you people. I ranked it so high just because of that riff, man. It was amazing. Yeah, that was a good riff. Legos are sacred. My first checkpoint, and I love this. Oh yeah, it is your first checkpoint, Nameless, isn't it? We're gonna move on to the next tracks that I have here for Checkpoint. So, So without any further delay, we've listened to 4 songs. So I gave Babymetal featuring Poppy, I gave that an 8.5 out of 10. I gave the new Machine Head single an 8 out of 10. I gave Igor's new single called ADHD what was it? 7? Did I say 7 or 7.5? I think I said 7.5, maybe, I don't know. 7.5 out of 10. Candlemass's new single Black Star, a 7 out of 10. So we've dropped, like it's gone down a little bit. Right. Next, let's go to the next songs that are waiting for us to listen to. Oh my goodness, have people been busting my balls about the next song. The next band is a really big band. And when I say really big band, I mean by today's standards, it's a very popular name. I do like quite a few of their songs, maybe not all of them. What I'll say is that, can you guess the next band? It's a 2-word band, 2 words. The band's name is 2 words, and it's a modern band. It's not an old school band. It's a modern band that fuses different elements. No, it's not U2. Sleep Token, Hannah found it. And Dawn, Sleep Token. Yes, Sleep Token. Yes. Oh, Miss Carew is here. You're here for Sleep Token, Miss Carew, just on time. Duran says Cynthia, no, dang it, says Joel. Listen, a lot of people have been asking me to listen to Caramel over the last few days on my live shows, and I've been saving it, and I've been holding off to get to today's checkpoint and listen to it, all right? I know we listened to Emergence the other time, the other single, and if I recall well, I gave it a 7 out of 10, because it was all right, but I was like, it wasn't on the same level as with my most favorite kind of songs by Sleep Token. Shall we get into it, ladies and gentlemen? It's 4 minutes and 50 seconds of new music by Sleep Token. A lot of fuss going on about it. So let's go and listen to Caramel.
Count me out like sovereigns, pay back for the good time. Wear me out like Prada, devil in my details. Stick to me like caramel.
Smooth start.
Say I'm lost, but I beg no pardon. Up on the doors below.
The production is so good. It's electrifyingly beautiful. Very dreamy. 7.5 says Nameless. 9 says Luke from Scotland. 8 says Sassy from Canada. 8 says Iona from Scotland. 6 says Hannah. 7 says Keela Mick. Joel says 6. Bryce says 8. Cynthia says 7. Six says Mr. Burble. 8.5 says Emperor's Wrath from Greece. 8 says Nameless. 9 says Iona. Very interesting song. 6 says Alejandra. Yeah, man. Listen, what I like about Sleep Token is that they are not like a band in the traditional sense of metal and rock, right? So they fuse so many different elements, like, you know, from R&B and other like styles of music. They managed to fuse those elements into like something that is very distinct. When you listen to Sleep Token, like if you play an album of theirs and like many songs of theirs, you can tell it's Sleep Token. I'm not even joking. You can tell it's Sleep Token. They're very unique to what they do, in my humble opinion at least. Karu says 9 out of 10. 7.5 says Balas from Hungary. Points. Yeah, I always wait till the end to give my score. I try to avoid, unless something sucks or unless it's like a 10 out of 10 from the start, I usually wait because there's changes in songs, right? You want to see where it's going. 8 says Dawn. Emperor's Wrath says they are very versatile. Yes, they are. Donald says 6 out of 10 for the new single Caramel by Sleep Token. Anyone else out there? There's lots of people watching right now. Anyone else out there like Sleep Token or has heard the new single of theirs here now that we listened to together? I think it's an 8 out of 10. It's really good. It's like if you when you listen to a song and it gives you goosebumps, but you're not expecting to get goosebumps, and it's not like a fast-paced or hardcore song or whatever, you know, it means the production was amazing, and I could really feel like the vocals, like everything in the song, the drums, you know, my senses were triggered, right? So when music triggers my senses, it's good. It's 8 out of 10 from me. Well done, Sleep Token, always keeping it interesting. Wow, 5 songs. So we still have some songs to listen to. Let's move on. I hope you're having a good time, by the way, out there. I hope you're having a good time here. We still have 1, 2, 3, 4 bands to listen to, and you pretty much know all of them. So the next band, their singer has a big love for Elvis Presley. It's a metal band. I've given away, too much information now. Which band am I talking about? Say it. Just say it. Just say it. Yes, Volbeat, Miss Karu. Yes, ding, ding, ding. We're going to listen to a brand new single by Volbeat. Probably you have no idea that they have a single out. It's a huge friggin' name of a song. So the song is called, let me just hover over the title one moment. In the barn of the goat giving birth to Satan's spawn in a dying world of doom. I'm not even joking. That's the title of, let me just read it again. In the barn of the goat giving birth to Satan's spawn in a dying world of doom is the song that we're going to listen to by Volbeat. And here we go, okay? Here we go. The song can't fit on screen. Well, kinda does.
Jumping on the ground like an old used automobile. And when the angels fall, banners from the sky, I walk the night.
I always vibe to Volbeat. They always make me vibe.
On his sweat, the people cheese, the creepy mind.
9 out of 10 says Nameless. Absolutely, man. This is a very unique band. Kila Mick from Serbia says 9 out of 10. Hannah is liking it, 8 out of 10. Mr. Burble from California says 7.5. Bright is 6. Beardy says 7.5. Joel says 9. Iona Lady Garden says 9. And Sentient says solid 8. Sassy says 6.5. Eight out of 10 says Luke. Don says 10 out of 10. Always loved Volbeat from the first song I heard. Alejandra from Bolivia is really liking this. 8 out of 10. Wow, that was Volbeat and the song and the new single of theirs, In the Barn of the Goat Giving Birth to Satan's Spawn in a Dying World of Doom. What a song title, what a song, what a band. It's an 8 out of 10 from me. It's standard, good Volbeat. Production, skills, vibe, I don't know, like rhythm, vocals, uniqueness, like, fuck, you know, it's Volbeat, man. Like, they rarely disappoint me. Whenever I listen to Volbeat's music, like, the worst I've ever felt about their music is probably like, I don't know, like a 6.5 out of 10, but this is not a 6.5. This is like a straight up 8 out of 10. Easy 8 out of 10 from me. Miss Carissa, 6 out of 10. Ballas is giving it an 8 out of 10. Donald, a 7.5. I like Psychobilly and Johnny Cash, so maybe that's why they connect. Yeah, Johnny Cash also a big influence on the singer. Johnny Cash and Elvis Presley, I believe, are like his major influences, like listening to music. And yeah, amazing. From me, 8. We've listened to 6 new songs so far. Babymetal featuring Poppy, Machine Head's new single, Igor's new single, Candlemass's new single, Sleep Token's new single, Volbeat's new single. And we still have a couple of songs to listen to. So after Volbeat, we are gonna listen to a band from the United States. Do you guys know Tetrarch? So we're gonna listen to Tetrarch. So Tetrarch put out a brand new single called Cold, and we'll be with you in a few moments. Nice, Onyx. I'm happy for you, dude. 8 out of 10 says Bryce from New Zealand. 8.5 says Ballas. 9 says Hannah. You don't need to take screenshots, dude. I have playlists that are there for you to be able to visit and save, and you know what I mean. My playlists are meant to make your life easy. Nameless is 9.5. 8 says Mr. Burbul. Killamix says 8. Sentient says not bad. 8. 8.5 says Beardy. 8 says Iona Lady Garden. 8 says Alejandra from Bolivia. It's an 8 from me as well. I also got a bit of, Tetrarch do have this in their music, if you listen to their other songs. But this one in particular reminded me a bit. You might relate to what I'm going to say now. This song reminded me a bit of Pain. Yes, exactly. So my cat agreed. Yeah, it's that time of the night, isn't it? So Pain, a bit, sit down, come on. I can't use my hand like that. Battle in the American bias. 8 out of 10 says Joel. Luke's giving it a 5, not my vibe. Miss Karu's giving it an 8. Donald is giving the song a 7 out of 10. Or does your playlist go live right? Yeah, dude, it's live. It's live as it happens. But Checkpoint is a separate playlist. It has like all the Checkpoint songs are in the Checkpoint public playlist, and you can access that as well from my website. But also today's playlist, like the songs that I selected to while I was sort of like DJing, let's say, those songs are on today's playlist, and you'll find all of these through my website again. Cat time, yeah, man. Serafina gives a shit. My cat, it's a she, it's a girl. She's 3 years old. This is my ragdoll cat, Serafina. Our favorite co-host, says Luke. So Tetrarch, really good band from the United States. Relatively new band. I think they've existed for like 7 years now, or something like that. Maybe. Let's go and listen to more new songs. One moment. Okay. Yeah. So the next band that we're going to listen to, we've heard a single of theirs quite recently, and we really liked it. And this band, I personally didn't know them before we heard them on Checkpoint. To be fair, they're from the United States, and they're really cool. I'll tell you that the single of theirs that we listened to like 2 weeks ago, and I've played quite a bit. Like during my shows, is called The Swarm. We're not going to listen to The Swarm right now. They put out a new album, and we are going to listen to a band called Allegian. You probably know what we're in for, and I assume the same. I'm assuming we're going to listen to something really good, because The Swarm is a great song, man. The Swarm by Allegian is great. So we're going to listen to one of their a song of, the new album is called The Ossuary Lens, and we're going to listen to a song off the album called Wake Circling Above. Come on, no, get off, come on. No, you're not making life easy right now. Come on. Miss Karu from Finland says, I listened to it earlier, 10 out of 10. Fittia! It's amping up. Fittia, thank you for the flaming heart. Bryce from New Zealand says 8. Kilamek from Serbia says 8. Hannah says 8. Nameless says 8.5. Mr. Burbul says 8. Pittia says 7.5. Iona Lady Garden says 7. We're only halfway through the song, by the way. Don't be too quick with your scores, people. Oh! Alejandra says 9. Joel says 10 out of 10. Wow. Thank you for the 8 popular votes, Sentient. That means 8 out of 10. Yeah, man, this song is it's packed, but it's good, you know what I mean? There's so much in this song to take in while you're listening to it, but not in a progressive kind of complicated way. It just has many layers to its atmosphere. 8.5 says Ballas from Hungary. Ken says, let's tap for 100,000 likes. Oh, Miss Karu. Prog, but less proggy. I wouldn't call it prog. I mean, you know, it's not progressive like Meshuggah in that respect, or even Opeth or something like that. But like, wow, I just have to. I'm like, this is the second song of theirs I ever really truly like listened to. Save obviously for The Swarm that we heard like a few weeks ago, and then we were stuck with that song, and I've probably played it a gazillion times. I was really looking forward, and obviously this is a studio album, so I would need to dig into their entire album because I'm pretty sure it's got a lot to give. Like, if The Swarm is like a 9 or a 9.5 out of 10 by the same band, this song, Wake, Circle, and Above, is definitely at the very least an 8.5. I have this feeling that if I keep listening to it every time, it's gonna go from 8.5 to like a 9. Luke is giving it a 9.5. Donald is giving it an 8.5. Thank you for the Smells Like Fashion. Thank you for the Galaxy. Wow, thank you so much. VTS as well. Bryce gave it an 8 out of 10. Great track, I think, so far, because we've listened to 8 songs. 8 new songs, right? We've listened to a new song by Babymetal with Poppy. We've listened to the new single by Machine Head. We've listened to a new single by Igor from France called ADHD. A new song by Candlemass. The new single by Sleep Token. The new single by Volbeat. A new song by Tetrarch. And now we listen to a song off the brand new album of Allegion. And so far, I think, so out of the 8 songs so far, I love the Babymetal featuring Poppy song. I'm gonna be listening to it a lot, right? And the new song by Machine Head is very interesting. Very interesting. The song by Igor is Igor. So you got Igor is, you either love Igor or you hate Igor. Candlemass was okay-ish, I guess. Sleep Token was super interesting. Volbeat was very vibey, very cool. Tetrarch was very cool as well. This one was fantastic. I think Allegion's song together with the Babymetal single, I think, are like my 2 most favorites so far. Not to say that the rest I didn't like. Obviously I did. So anyways, I think we still have one song to listen to for Checkpoint for today. I've been here for 3 hours and 15 minutes. So this is going to be the 9th song of Checkpoint for today. Yeah, Nameless. We have the same time, Finland and Greece. 3 a.m. in Finland, 3 a.m. in Greece. And 1 a.m. in the UK, 2 a.m. in Central Europe. Let's move on to the last song, which is by Bleed From Within. Who likes Bleed From Within? Who knows Bleed From Within? It's 5 p.m. in California. Yep. Okay, let's listen to their brand new... Yeah, I know, Iona Lady Garden. Like I said, the UK is 2 hours behind. Let's listen to a song called Violent Nature, the brand new single, or what is it? Let me just check. Is it single? What is it? Or is it a whole album? Yeah, it's a whole album, right? It's a whole album. They put out a new album called Zenith. If you like The Bleed From Within, go check it out. I've not heard it, the entire album, I mean. We're going to listen to this song off the album, Violent Nature, and... let's see. Oh, here we go. We're cooking now. It's a 9 out of 10 by Sentient. Hoo-ha! 10 out of 10, says Mr. Burbul. Ken says 2 out of 10. Wow. 9 says Hannah. Nameless says this is 10 out of 10. No way, dude. 8 says Fitia from Sweden. Uh-oh. What's gonna happen? 11. Well, holy shit, 9.5 says Miss Karu from Finland. Bryce from New Zealand is giving it a 9 out of 10. This song off the brand new album of Bleed From Within, Violent Nature, is what we just listened to. Sentient, thank you so much for the tofu cat. Luke says, yeah, my mate used to do heavy metal dubstep music with live drums and got signed to some big labels. And he toured with Bleed From Within as their after show DJ. That's so cool, man. 11 was too low. Yeah, this was really good. Why is it every time with Checkpoint, like by the end of Checkpoint, usually there's like a few songs where I don't pay too much attention to. I'm like, yeah, new song, like from Bleed From Within, fine, cool. And I pay a lot of attention to what we have to listen to, obviously, before that. And then we get to the last songs or last song, like today, and I'm impressed. Cool song, says Luke from Scotland, 8 out of 10. Wow, I'm very highly impressed by this song. Now I have to listen to the entire album of Bleach from Within, for sure. Because Violent Nature is a straight 9 out of 10. Like, I cannot give this song anything less than a 9. And based on what I've given today, wow, this went slightly higher. This went slightly so Allegion, I gave it an 8.5, right? This is a 9. And I think that Babymetal's single together with this song by Bleed From Within from their album and the song of Allegion from their album as well, new albums, I think that those three like win it tonight. But I also love listening to the new song by Sleep Token, by Volbeat, by Machine Head. I definitely enjoyed Igor, and Candlemass was alright. It wasn't bad. Miss Karu says, Allegion was my favorite from what I listened to today. Did you listen to their entire studio album, Miss Karu? Sofitia really enjoyed Bleed from Within, especially the vocals. Yeah, very good. Very fucking good. Anyways, for me today, there is no average song. The most average song that we listened to was Candlemass's new single, and it wasn't average. It was a 7 out of 10. It wasn't like 6 or 5.5 or you know what I mean. I dig Candlemass, but not my favorite. That's what I meant, dude. That's what I meant. So Ken enjoyed Candlemass Black Star. Pretty heavy, doomy, you know. And also the kind of music Ken would enjoy for sure. We had a mixed bunch of songs tonight. Make sure you're on our Discord, if anything, because I will post stuff there. I always post on Discord, you know, if there's something happening, if I'm going live, if I'm not going live, whatever, I always post on Discord. To get to our Discord, or just go to my website, metalorpheus.com, and you will find the link invitation to our Discord there. You will also find all the links to my social media, like my YouTube, my Instagram.